Item number SCP-096, The Shy Guy. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-096 is to be contained in its cell, a 5 meter by 5 meter airtight steel cube, at all times. Weekly checks for any cracks or holes are mandatory, and there are to be absolutely no video surveillance or optical tools of any kind inside of SCP-096's cell. Security personnel will use pre-installed pressure sensors and laser detectors to ensure SCP-096's presence inside of the cell. Description: SCP-096 is a humanoid creature measuring approximately 2.38 meters in height. Subject shows very little muscle mass, with preliminary analysis of body mass suggesting mild malnutrition. The arms are grossly out of proportion with the rest of the subject's body, with an approximate length of 1.5 meters each. The skin is mostly devoid of pigmentation, with no sign of any body hair. SCP-096's jaw can open to 4 times the norm of an average human. Other facial features remain similar to an average human, with the exception of the eyes, which are also devoid of pigmentation. It is not yet known whether SCP-096 is blind or not, and it shows no sign of any higher brain functions. SCP-096 is normally extremely docile, with pressure sensors inside its cell indicating that it spends most of the day pacing by the eastern wall. However, when someone views SCP-096's face, whether it be directly or via video recording or even a photograph, it will enter a stage of considerable emotional distress. SCP-096 will cover its face with its hands and begin screaming, crying and babbling incoherently. Approximately 1 to 2 minutes after the first viewing, SCP-096 will begin running to the person who viewed its face. Documented speeds have varied from 35 km an hour to more, and it seems to depend on the distance from the target. At this point, no known material or method can impede SCP-096's progress. The actual position of the target does not seem to affect SCP-096's response. It seems to have an innate sense of the target's location. Upon arriving at the target's location, SCP-096 will proceed to kill the target. 100% of cases have left no traces afterwards. SCP-096 will then sit down for several minutes before regaining its composure and becoming docile once again. It will then attempt to make its way back to its natural habitat. Due to the possibility of a mass chain reaction, including the breach of Foundation secrecy and large civilian loss of life, retrieval of subject should be considered alpha priority.